What's going on, guys? Welcome to another one of BlackIron's battles. Today we've got another one of Shadow Online Gaming's. It's round 7. It's the tournament of the YouTubers that we got going here, and it's been a lot of fun so far. I think at this point I'm 3-2, and I am up today against Jet R. So we've got the Skaven here, and Jet's got the Chaos, and this is some Total War Warhammer 2 action coming right in your face. So either way, we've got Lord Skrolk here. We've also got the Assassin, and we do have trophy heads there. So with Lord Skrolk and this Assassin, I mean, I'm kind of thinking I may try to, target his hero, whoever. We've got Archaon over there. We're going to try to target him out and kind of just bash him down, hero kill him, mob him out, and we'll see how that goes. Lord Skrolk is just so hard to kill. So for Lord Skrolk, you can see here we do have the Liber Bubonicus, so we can do that huge amount of single target damage. Just cannot go without the Liber Bubonicus. We've also got Standard Ground. We've got Pestilent Birth to summon some Plague Monks. And we've also got Wither, of course. We can't go without to get that minus 30 armor, minus 60 armor when it's overcasted. So Aura of Pestilence, minus 5 melee around him, and that is going to make him super strong. So I will say one thing about the Assassin. I don't know if you guys know, but the concealment bombs are free. So for the longest time, I was removing the concealment bombs, and they actually come with the unit. You can remove them, but they don't cost anything. Here in the front line, we've got 3 Skaven Slaves Spears. We've also got a bunch of Plague Monks. So you can see there's 4 groups of Plague Monks, and they each have 2 chevrons in them, making them a lot stronger. So look at that. They're up to 60, what was that? Where was that at? They're up to 37 melee attack. It's actually Lord Skrolk who's got 62 melee attack. I was thinking that sounded high for Plague Monks. So we're up to 37 melee attack. We've also got in the back here, we've got the Stormvermin, 2 groups with Sword and Shield, and we've got the 1 group with Halberds for the anti-large bonus, in case he had some Dragon Ogre Shaggoths or something like that. And here in the back, we've got some Gutter Runner Slingers with Poison, and also some Skaven Slave Slingers. So my hope is that he'll kind of confuse the two. These ones do good damage and got 140 range. They apply poison, and they'll actually do some pretty good damage. So with these Skaven Slave Slingers will also, I mean, there is 105 of them, and you see they don't have a lot of missile damage, but as cheap as they are, if you throw, shoot them at something big and a lot of their missiles hit that has light armor, they'll do some good work. Here in the back corner, you see he has got 2 groups of aspiring champions. So Jet's got some hidden aspiring champions, aspirations, some aspirational champions there in the back trying to sneak attack me. And let's see what he's got here in his front line. So he does have a group of those nasty Chaos Knights. I love Chaos Knights. They're so strong. Chaos Cavalry is really one of my favorite. He's also does have some Dragon and Ogres over here. So not a Shaggoth. He's got some Dragon Ogres. You see them there with, they're with their chest plates and those big old spiked hammers and maces and axes and stuff. I mean, they'll do some heavy damage. 110 weapon strength. Those guys can get in there and do some major work. He's also got a Chaos Chariot. Some of this stuff we don't see all the time. He's got some Chaos Marauders here. Got it all lined up. Some Chaos Warriors there. There's some Chaos Warriors with Halberds. 2 groups of those. So in case I were to bring a Hell Pit Abomination, I'm sure, or a Doomwheel or something, he could stop me with that. He does have the Chaos, like I said, Chaos Warriors, some Chaos Marauders on each side, and he does have actually 2 Chaos Chariots. So, they actually do have, 76 charge bonus. They don't have great combat stats with 22, but, we'll see. This is a little different than what I expected, so we'll see how the asymmetrical play works out. Let's go ahead and get it started here. You can see all of those rats just starting to move, and boom, there goes that cannon, and it is taking a shot at some Chaos Marauders. So that is not what we want. It also missed, which wasn't great either. So we're going to want to start aiming that at something big. And I think at this point, for some reason, I think he gets aimed on the Chaos Chariot. So I'm at this point, I'm just trying to make it take some good shots. We see it taking shots in there at that Chaos Chariot. It does get a hit, but I feel like it should be shooting at the Chaos Knights. At the same time, I'm going to go ahead and move these Slingers and these Gutter Runners up a little bit and see if we can't get them engaged. Over here on the side, you can see right before it gets hit, the Chaos Chariot is kind of held down. So these Plague Monks actually do get rammed pretty heavily, though, with the Chaos Knights and the Chaos Chariots. At the same time, we will do some pretty good damage there. Look at that Warp Lightning Cannon firing in there. And this Chaos Chariot is pretty much almost routed off. Over here on the left, you can see these other Chaos Chariot and those Dragon Ogres have came in, but we have managed to get some Skaven Slave Spears in the back there. In the front, we have got some Skaven Slave Spears that we ran up, and they're just trying to slow down some of the units there. Give us a little bit of time to fight here in the back while we take a few more shots at that Chaos Chariot as it routes off. You can see some damage was also done to those Chaos Knights. Let's go ahead and slow it down here for 1 second. You can see, look at that Chaos Warp Lightning Cannon shot going in there. But yeah, so these Chaos Knights, they did have Wither on them, so they started taking increased damage from these Skaven Slave Spears and these Plague Monks that were over there. So it was really great of Jed. He got them out there right away. At the same time, one Chaos Chariot has been routed off, and over here on the left, the second Chaos Chariot is definitely having some trouble. We've managed to slow them a little bit here, but we are going to get hit right by these Chaos Marauders, and we aren't going to get our counter charge off. So I think that Plague Monk should have gotten his counter charge off, and that would have been a lot better for us. Here in the back, you can see the Wither is still on those Chaos Knights, and they're taking increased fire from that range damage. While on this side, this Chaos Chariot is kind of on his own. We have the Assassin in here. He had used the Concealment Bomb. He got in here, and we did some major damage to that. Oh, wow, but there comes a giant. Let's take a look at that. Get some cinematic glory as those rats all get fried. Oh man, that was awesome. And that did a ton of damage to those Stormvermin and also to those Plague Monks. At the same time, the balance of power is a little bit here in my favor because we have taken out a bunch of the units over here on the right. You can see there those Chaos Knights have pretty much went down. The Chaos Chariots are out, and they just engaged a little bit too quick. Here in the back, you can see that there are these aspiring champions have finally gotten into the battle here, and they're battling up against these Stormvermin with Sword and Shield, which is actually not very good for these aspiring champions. These Stormvermin with Sword and Shield are very numerous, and since there's a low number of aspiring champions, they'll get taken down over time by those Stormvermin. Over here on the right, you see we've kind of got everything kind of globbed up, and we're starting to take some shots at this returning Chaos Chariot. At the same time, some of our Skaven Slaves with spears and are been routed off. They're coming back, but nothing really has went down too terribly. Here in the back, you can see there's a huge line of these Chaos Warriors. They're all fighting it out against some Plague Monks, but at the same time, that is giving me more and more time to kill all of those units which have been segregated. You see here that the Chaos Knights are being chased off of the field. We do have these Plague Monks going after them. Over here on the left, we do have these Skaven Slave Slingers just shooting in at the aspiring champions, while these Stormvermin with Sword and Shields just kind of hold the line. You can see that they're pretty much neck and neck, but at the same time, it's very important that we just keep everyone in here. You can see the Assassin getting in there. He's going to go ahead and start trying to attack these Dragon Ogres who are going to get in there. Oh, let's see if you can see them. They'll get in there and take those Skaven Slave Slingers right out. So, I mean, even though the balance of power is pretty heavily in my favor, there's still a ton of Chaos units. I mean, we do have a lot of units over here. You see these Skaven Slaves need to be brought back onto the field. The Chaos Knights over here have stopped, and we're just going to go ahead and get those Plague Monks. They're going to charge them right into the back before they have a chance to recover, and hopefully we'll do a little bit of damage and keep those guys fighting off the field. Here in the main battle, you can see that Archaon the Everchosen is doing okay. At the same time, most of these Plague Monks are coming down, and it is starting to get right back towards the middle. We've lost a lot of Plague Monks at this point. They do not have great armor. You can see there they're at -3 leadership for a second, and they're just getting mashed by these Chaos Warriors. Even with the Wither, the Chaos Warriors aren't taking the damage we had hoped. Here in the back, you can see that the Assassin is going to get in here on that aspiring champion, and that Assassin will kill those. There he goes. You can see him killing an aspiring champion right there. You can see the Assassin. We're going to take out, and they'll kill those aspiring. He'll kill those aspiring champions pretty quickly with this single target damage. At the same time, we have a lot of these Gutter Runners and these Skaven Slave Slingers that are starting to return. You're going to see they're firing in, and they're hitting into the back of these Chaos Warriors who are using standard die right now, but at the same time, you can see there is we've got the Warp Lightning Cannon back in action. You can see there's a ton more rats coming in here, and they're going to start just surrounding. It is hard to find them, but those Chaos Warriors are pretty much surrounded on all sides by rats at this point. We have Stormvermin with halberds here in the middle that are just holding strong, even though they're fighting against Chaos Warriors, and they've got some. We've got Archaon in here. He's got Liber Bubonicus on him. You see he's got trophy heads, and that'll bring his defense down to 15. So when he's down to 15, we're going to be able to do some pretty good damage to him. You see Lord Skrolk's coming in here. He's down to half health. He's popped Flaming Sword of Rune on himself to try to increase his damage in this duel, but it is going to be definitely really hard for him with that trophy heads. I mean, he's got -26 melee attack. He's still got 47, but he's going to have a hard hard time. I mean, there is a ton of Skaven units in here. With those spears charging in, you see a bunch of these Chaos Warriors and these Chaos Warriors with halberds are about to rout off, and they're leaving Archaon in there by himself. You can see his leadership is also dropping dangerously low. Here on the sides, most of the units are routed. You can see the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is broken. You can see in the back that the Chaos Knights did manage to get away from those units over there, but they are also shattered. I mean, once the last few units went down, I mean, that was pretty much that. You can see here that Archaon was shattered off, and once the leadership of Archaon, since he was the only leader on the field, once he was gone, that was pretty much it. So that was a great 6th game in the 7th round. Like I said, I had a bye week in week 5, but Jet R gave me a run for my money there for my last game, and so I end the group round here. Now I'm 4-2. So I did lose to Turin, I lost to Janet, and we're gonna go ahead and move into the semi-final round. So that'll be a 3-off against one player. Winner moves into the next round. I had to choose my 3 races in advance. And so we'll go ahead and see what happens. I think that I am up against John Ton. So I don't know if you know John Ton from Total Brohammer. He's a great player. Come check out all these guys' channels, man. Shadow Online Gaming has a great channel. Jet R's got a good channel. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but when this game first started, there wasn't a lot of content out there. But now that there's all this great multiplayer content, it's I suggest that all of you guys just subscribe to all the channels. If you guys really like my videos, you like my great wit and my bully attitude, we're all American made here, so just go ahead and subscribe, and you can hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, and that'll let you know when I have a video. If you just press play, there's no ads, so I just, if you guys want to just give me some love, I love it. I love comments. And I'm going to be trying to get to your guys' suggestions sometime soon. I've just had so much going on. I've got tournaments going on. I'm trying to practice, get a little bit better. And, I just, at this point, we're just see how it goes. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I want to thank Shadow Online Gaming for putting on this tournament. Thank my opponent, Jet R. And, let's talk about... All right, man, we got to talk about this. So we got Lord Skrolk here. He got only 9 kills, but he was in there fighting against Archaon, so that was fine. The assassin did well. I still can't believe I almost forgot. So you see the Skaven Slave Spears, they didn't get any kills, but they did what we wanted. They kind of mucked things up a bit. They were able to come in, provide some flanking bonuses at the end. We left it really up to these Plague Monks, and you can see this one actually grabbed 2 chevrons. This one grabbed 1. These guys were in there doing major work despite their lack of defense. So they were able to, with their high melee attack, they were able to get through here, even though, just because of the withers, the big withers dropping, it drops the armor and it allows these Plague Monks to really do a number on people. You can see here we've got some Stormvermin with sword and shield, some Stormvermin with halberds. Most of these units didn't get a lot of kills, so although there was a lot of big units they were fighting against. I mean, Chaos Knights, Dragon Ogres, stuff like that. You can see here that the Warp Lightning Cannon, it did pretty good work. It did get some shots there in the beginning. It got some shots that killed a Chaos Chariot. It got shots on Dragon Ogres. It was blasting all over the place. I maybe didn't get to show it as much as I could have, but when I got my Warp Lightning Cannon back online for that in the end of the match, that was really the turning point. I mean, at that point, I think it was anyone could win, but once I got that Warp Lightning Cannon going, I mean, you can see it gained a chevron. I think it may have gained 2. So it was just blasting like an old school super soaker, and so the assassin there, you saw he was able to get in and do some good damage. He was killing those aspiring champions. And overall, it was just a great battle. We take a look at Jet R. Archaon did some good work. I mean, you saw he got some massive flame spells. He was able to get a lot of kills in the back line, but I mean, there was a lot of deployed Skaven. I had 1,500 Skaven deployed. So even though he killed 600, there was still 876 remaining. That is a lot of Skaven. Since I was able to take down his leadership, we were able to kill those Dragon Ogres pretty easily with our Stormvermin with halberds and our regular Stormvermin kind of surrounding him. The Chaos Chariots we were able to hold them as well. But I mean, look at the kills. Chaos Warriors, 100 kills on those Chaos Warriors. That was good damage. I think it would have helped a little bit more if he had kept these aspiring champions with his army. Use their use their mass along with, like, for example, these Chaos Marauders, which would have numbers, to use the numbers of a weak unit like Chaos Marauders or even Chaos Warriors to kind of shield the Aspiring Champions and keep them from taking just so much direct damage right on their persons. Overall, though, I guess I already did the end of this. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Subscribe below. This is BlackIron, and this has been another one of BlackIron's Battles.